She rendered useless. Instant trade on the showstopper, so that's off the field now for Heretics as well.
They're gonna get to do it by picking Lotus and starting on it. There could potentially be a tiny bit of a diff because Buzz and Izu, not the players that are ever inconsistent.
Just a safer line where they're going to stack up towards C.
They're checking this
all the way in spawn. Yeah, they're ready.
Yeah, eye is on Woods, and Buzz is able to bring him down.
Full rotate, and honestly might call for a cancel from T1.
Benji dropped to the side.
I like this decision from T1, just pivot right into B. Just absolutely ruin them.
Playoff contact here for Izu, most likely. He gets a paranoia himself. DH right into the face of Rienza. Right click sent him packing. Benji steps up. Quickly though is nullified. Boo eventually peers into this engagement from Link, but his teammates, well, they're gone. Now he has to unravel this himself. Izu low, but Meteor up close on the sights.
Good rounds overall.
Okay, Miniboo early here with the Marshall. Again, it's Izu on a solo mission towards the A side. He's shut down. Benji, not so much. Looks like he was able to turn it to some degree. Here's a paranoid that catches on the stacks at the back of the site. Gravnet also thrown in, but Meteor is able to spray down. Rienza's already found two with the Sheriff, and now is threatening further. Punishment around the corner is Meteor. That's his third for the round. But Boo will be the last one standing.
Very weak. Buzz just kind of forced to retreat, to play back. And then from there, just flooding into the site together. That paranoia was the pivotal util piece for them.
Previously for Heretics there, able to find success on that anti-eco. Puts T1 in a bit of an uncomfortable position.
Net.
Okay.
Oh my god, for two! As it access for the retake, connects onto multiple players again.
A third for Miniboo here. He is having a round and a half. Rienz to chime in, and DH is going to be seized in the middle of the smoke. He's an easy pick, and another paint shell will claim him. Throw util.
That's a Project A certified moment for sure. Perfect grab. That Buzz was just about to get out the way. Look at him. He barely gets caught on the edge. That is so brutal. T1.
There'll be a flood of util now coming in. Gravnet doesn't connect. Buzz gets ahead of it. It's going to be a showstopper for Miniboo. He whips around and catches DH out. Izu's got his work cut out for him now. Clone around the corner as Boo retreats back into tree, but that line still being covered by Benji, tucked in the corner. And Izu knows this. Oh, Razorvine thrown in, but Rienz is too quick on the swing out, and he finds his third for the round. This guy, lap-grown brilliance. Around, you can afford a missed C's for sure. Wood though wants to push up. He wrests this gun away from Stacks at some point, and does so.
One of the all-around best Valorant players in the game right now. He's maxed out on all different traits. His fight with the showstopper was perfect.
DH so quickly trying to get a smoke set up mid-push.
Fast lane across, here comes Buzz, denied though is DH.
Oh, Buzz chunked down, shot through the wall with the Outlaw. Dangerous now, he's caught out there with nothing but a Bucky.
And now Buzz wants to keep that pace up, get into this A site. Low on HP, has the Bucky, it's a backside plant. Wu iterating G2 in that matchup, and so far it's much the same. What a shot from Wu.
Stacks and Meteor now step up. And step away as Heretics clock yet another one up. Happy to take that close-up fight. Rienz was clearly an acceptable loss for them there.
Heretics, however, no real reason to adjust off this site. Two players ready to anchor. That's Boo up front.
Yeah, mindful of that, he goes for the trade. Benji hit with paranoia and has to give a bit of that ground league Boo on his own, but another grab net here can buy time for Miniboo to set up here from upper. He'll send a nade in now and a light down on the side. Spot Izu instantly dispatches him, and Miniboo is disgusting. Just add water, and you've got a juggernaut out there on A. Too much, he was aware someone was probably tucked in that corner. Sees, catches out Woot. This is about to get pretty dangerous. TP up for DH, but he's got eyes for Izu first. Woot gets his one. Pretty compromising spot to play from, but he emerges with a kill at least. There's the annihilation. It catches onto a player by the looks of things. No, it's going to be a showstopper there, not connecting either. Gravnet. Will it catch DH out? Bud's going to move upstairs onto the side, but Benji hits him where it hurts.
How can T1 possibly win this out?
Gonna be a paranoia to set them up just as you put it. Miniboo going to drop down, and DH really could barely fight for himself. The util for Heretics in the three-player push through the smoke gets the job done.
Excuse me. And it's a small thing, but notice every single time they're in these situations, they always have a paranoia. Boo is never wasting them in mid-rounds.
Arcro's shot out. Boo's going to have a crack through the smoke here. Of course, it's T1 on a bit of a lower buy. They've got to go aggressive, close that gap. It's Buzz for Miniboo. Boo going to be tucked around the corner here. Nightfall comes down. He's decayed low. Still Wood's able to back him up.
How are they staying alive? They are both stuck in the corner. Finally, Boo gets away and Wood's on the angle.
T1 can barely put a scratch on him. Why? This is nuts. Meteor has a steel guard and he's considering it. Garden is going to be deployed. They're still going to play through this, and it looks like they get caught out. D1, get onto the site. DH TP's forward. Rienz clearing with a Prowler, wants to try and take his fight with the Sheriff. DH eventually. Up on the backside they go, Benji, that's the grab net. Thrown out, catches both of those players, but T1 are ready for this! And DH holds him one for the boys, a MasterCard thrifty!
As he is. In that first game, also on Lotus against DRG the other day, he put up crucial clutches. Got the round at 11-12 to bring it to OT. 1v2 in the first round.
They don't have the aura to tease that out for free. Meteor caught in a grab there, though. This is ugly. Wood has already made deep inroads to the side. Meteor not ready for it, but is able to deal with Wood with a headshot. It's Rienz, though, on mound.
Paranoia for DH.
Who's going to take contact? Straight out of this smoke here, he hears these ghost shots. Playing his life for the most part. It's Buzz sliding forward. Opens up for DH to take a trade, but Benji finds him in response. Here comes Stax. Boo, though, crucial. Wrapping around the site. They're not ready for this at all. Stax in trouble, and Benji finishes him off.
Replay. But this is, again, an impact moment from Rienz. A lovely little tap onto Izu. And then that's the C site, just wide open for the taking.
Who could have swung that smoke? He could have tried to take a timing.
It up a little bit heading into this game. Heretic studying that VOD. This time it's just going to be DH on the cross. He's going in, so is Buzz.
Buzz wants to fight this fast lane, throwing up DH up on top of Rubble. Finds his, but it's all falling apart on both sides of the Rubble fight.
To go to, it is the vacant B1. Meteor positioned over on A.
Coming from, but what about Meteor? He's going to join up from upper now. A little bit belated there. Clone goes in, does draw out the sensor. Izu tried to step up, but Heretics now have dragged this.
Heretic's point of view. Benji Fishy got hit by that paranoia. Wow, pops out and kills Stax. Yeah, and then you had DH teleport up top. He's fighting forward, doesn't realize Miniboo is tucked already. Really feels like on replay.
Wood's hoping to see the Neon at some point, and he's about to. Here he comes around the corner, slide there for Buzz. Good connection. DH trying to surge forward alongside of him, and it's 2-2 for Buzz and DH. Right.
Which might genuinely be the first time they've been able to do it. Blinded up as Rienz, you are joking!
He's a genius! What is that? Back around the corner, low at 70. Rienz knows he has to go for the rifle there. Paranoid up, knew he had to change weapons. But this is the real story of the round. It's a successful rubble fight this time for T1's defense. And again, it's Buzz and DH who just hurl themselves into the abyss.
They're going to need plenty more of those to turn it off and then fight while the spike is trying to be planted. Time is dwindling, 15 seconds, but he just fights out.
He gets his one.
Now it's Izu alone with the drift, trying to get through.
How's he supposed to pop out of this gainfully? Flash now emerges from within the smoke, a 1v2 for Izu. The initial, the core of this project, what a swing! Benji torn to shreds. Now Rienz, 19 and 10, they will fall. Izu extends the lifeline to T1.
Really just haphazardly committed to this overextended fight. Deep rubble in the mid-round that got torn apart. Heretics can make this attempt towards C, but they're all hit by the Nightfall. 3 players.
Sax is ready for it, but the Showstopper comes out and cleans up the fade. Meteor with a steel guard and thrown it on the side, and Heretics got no choice but try and fight through this. Boo TP's back away, tries to get his weapon online again.
But DH is in the perfect position for this rotate. Surely they don't expect the backstab. Surely he puts the nail in the coffin on this round.
The Seal Wall was going to block it for the time being, so it's going to be up to Buzz. Izu in the sight.
No stopper, so that's off the field now for Heretics as well.
Feels like
we fight with that deadlock on A.
That was Steel Guard and Nightfall committed though by T1. Still got the overdrive to go with him. Miniboo catches out DH, but it all breaks down to a cacophony of action as Boo have to fight 2 with the Sheriff. Buzz still fighting here in Rubble, and Boo's the only one that stands in his way, but he's been chunked down to 9. This could go either way, but Buzz will exit with 4.
T1 are pushing all the way out of C and B. They want to fight, but Izu goes down. Woot denies Bo.
And he's done it with a rifle of all things. DH trying to make a swing on them. Buzz wraps around. Overdrive at extreme range claims Benji. Clearing, they don't realize just how many players are back behind them.
Oh my god, they're ready to fight when Boo gets out of this teleport.
Picked up the spike, and here comes Buzz out from Rubble. That was Boo down, Spike down yet again. Rienz up on the corner. Buzz low, makes a swing for it and takes the Neon out of the game. Stax there could be caught. He gets away, still decayed down, and it's all on Rienz for the game.
Access to the globe right now. He's getting out of there. Both players coming through door. Rienz in the off angle.
Lined up for this first clearing of Mound. Stax and DH going to check the side. Smokes here for DH now. Horn thrown out. Rienz gets contact. DH is low. Oh, are you kidding me? Once again, Rienz genetically engineered to dominate the game.
back in EMEA. Back then it was Woot actually was playing the KO, so already instant changes.
T1 are looking like they're going to go for that split onto B through 3 different lanes. Buzz all the way into Boba. Benji going to feel the pressure. Buzz is just sliding everywhere.
Benji wasn't affected by the relay bot, but still couldn't do much in that fight. We're down to Rien's Boo and Woot to try and disentangle T1 from their territory.
Heretics held back by that paranoia, now covered up by the dark cover since they had to retreat.
Really got their eggs in the Boba basket right now, and Meteor is more than happy.
Good call there for the mid-rounding.
That split over towards B, it's rare to see.
It's Izu absorbing all of that utility.
Maybe further back on the side, he has to vary those setups round after round.
Recon's exchanged towards that A side of the map. Heretics go for a pure re-clear.
Dash out for the Yoru.
Yeah, that time it's not dense with util, it's just a swing to catch that lone player and a lineup for Woot. Free as it gets.
Has relocated to B main after those kills came in on the A side. Nicely held by Benji. Stax walks into the trip, gives himself away.
From Team Heretics over towards that main side. A bit lighter on util and more heavily focused on the gunplay as it's towards A.
This one could be volatile. The paranoia has come in though at T1 and has thrown him in a disarray. Oh, Showstopper just lands in their midst. DH taken low. Miniboo thinks twice about trying to fight this. Great
Once
answer.
he gets into elbow, all 3 spotted.
I mean, the noise cut there gets seen straight through by Heretics. They got the info on Miniboo. Follows him onto the site. 3 for him in the round. And Meteor left on the outside, looking in. A non-option. Rienz is peeking for this. Miniboo off his contact. Would have stepped up where it required.
Buzz fast up mid, dark cover on the right so he can
Good timing.
pass.
Miniboo tries to get out of smoke, eventually belatedly sprays Buzz down. He takes some damage for it.
What is the decision from Izu and DH's backside? What on earth? Takes the isolated duel.
Alone, virtually alone. Rien's going to try and dig him out here, but there's a lot of threat here for Heretics. Look at the player back in Boba. Izu in a position to disrupt. Rienz has to fight on multiple fronts now, and he has the composure to take it away. 2 kills for Rienz. Izu takes another hit and finally is brought down. Woot and Boo, not ready for it yet. Meteor surely not. He's made a quick push of this. Does he actually have a timing? Woot not turning his head around. Boo got to be spotted first. He'll be dealt with by Meteor. Now Woot aware of Meteor's presence, but both players have drawn a bead on one another. And now Meteor's going to step out into that sideline. But Woot flubs the first shot. A bit of a whiff now as Meteor tries to test him. Inch around the corner and then duck back. Meteor going to drop down, made noise doing so though. That's information that Woot is certainly going to capitalize on. Knocked him down to 23. Then there's just no time. There's got to be a spike recovered. Meteor has to find Woot, but he is impossible to dig out of his foxhole. There's enough time for a plant. Woot knows this. He has to challenge. Job done. But now at least I've got a buy to work with in a fast play on the A side. But Woot does this every time. He just gets in the way. Plants his feet, takes a fight. A Meteor is down, but there's still more to be done. Now Boo opts out of the fight in elbow.
T1 are constantly finding themselves hitting into stacks.
And no one's looking at the Owl drone though. They've only got eyes for Buzz, who lights up the stage, steps up, finds his 3rd. And that's an overdrive well employed. And now, to say it's a climb would be an understatement.
So dangerous.
And they get themselves the double duelist matchup that they were looking for. Yoru clones thrown out by both sides, but that's Meteor shot straight up mid.
Was that just spam through smoke?
Maybe
There's
above
a
it?
Cover there? Get through onto this site, it's just Boo on the anchor. But Buzz is so crazy with the movement.
Big win there though for Boo, at least slows things down and then gets the heck out of dodge. Boo on the side still has to fight with Izu when he emerges.
That's the Izu special.
The signature look from him. Woot speculates there with that showstopper and doesn't catch anyone. Benji being pinged, he doesn't realize he's walking. Well, he does realize, in fact, that he's walking into danger on Blink as well, but Meteor finds the moment where Benji's back is turned. This team from the Pacific to have 2 titles in the year.
They're just pushing into this crosshair of Benji right now, but Izu too sharp.
He's ready for that apparently, but line for Izu gave him the edge. Rienz has to respect the relay, Bolt backs off, but Buzz still wants more. Asks the question of Woot, and there's a snappy answer. Make it challenging, but someone needs to sniff this out first, and Rienz is going to have his back turned as T1 emerge. Oh, that's brutal. Knife between the shoulder blades, and now T1 can quickly pounce on this A hit. This leaves Heretics in disarray. They're not quite ready for it, but Boo emerges, finds DH, and out on the side, it's Miniboo alone, and Woot. Boo has to do it solo as well.
Accelerate that 4-man push down mid through tiles. Heretics had no idea what was coming.
And as the mid-rounder, Boo just decides it's just so unlikely that there's going to be a wrap from T1.
With Izu unspotted by the drone, back on the angle, and does get his, gets away. And now on the flood back in, having the overdrive, this could absolutely be a round win for T1 despite the bad buy.
Yeah, this is the operator held over into this round by Izu, and it was a wise save in the end. Buzz doesn't have much to work with. It's just a bucket. His smoke bite assists him to some degree. First the relay bolt, then in he goes around that dark cover, but surely they've heard him here. The overdrive is cut short. A short circuit here for the Neon. But Izu is waiting there at the back of the site. Minibu's going to take a challenge. 20 health on Izu. Minibu now in the contingency, an escape route. Oh, that almost got him killed for it, but now he knows.
How can he possibly win this? Has to connect this op shot right now on the Minibu swing.
Minibu patience, knows he's got time and makes the swing, sees the knee. Ticks get their nose out in front.
Bides his time perfectly. Buzz going for that overdrive too late. If he had already popped that on the entry back in, sight.
There it is, showstopper pop straight away. Wood trying to get in there. Letting the TP come out. Where does DH find himself? In Boba now, ready to reinforce. It's only Meteor left in the site. Can he do anything as the sole anchor? Easy's going to get in now as well. He can play off this. The flash is good. Relay board is there, and Easy emerges with the shorty. It's DH following up on it. Rien's for two, somehow.
Isolated on the site. Rien's isolated in mid. This timing against Buzz could be everything.
Easy might see him.
This onto Izu.
He's not looking. He didn't look towards bottom mid, but Buzz at least is able to recover.
The IGL.
Sees Buzz first, breaks up the 1v1. T1 can't swing him at the same time. They've got to go for the spike. Izu again has to clutch from low health. Gets it to half. Boo. Does he have a sense for this timing? Izu out in the open. The correction is there. They want a clean round win if they can get a Meteor with the double stack. That one could have gone either way. Woods almost collided.
So now he just needs to straight up get a kill.
No. He committed, but before he gets pinged out by the neural threat, he's able to take a kill. Flash around the corner. This guy does it all. Rian steps up though and finally shuts Izu down. DH can't convert. Benji does take a bit of damage through the wall, but that's not enough.
He's bought time though. His teammates are here and there's 15 seconds to plan.
Here it is out of elbow. They're going to go. Hunter's Fury from Rien's nose. The DH is in the back of the side. It's Benji for three! And Heretics, they navigate some extremely threaten to pop up at every turn.
Somehow every single bullet fired in Woot's direction just threads the needle. He's dodging everything. How on earth did he live for this long?
Pinged out, but had already retreated back to the site.
Heretics have just baited out very important utility. That's a relay bolt and the paranoia gone, but Meteor catches Boo on the offense, getting up mid. As the pivot from Team Heretics attempts to go into this B site. Currently held by multiple players and the spike is down.
Rian's on the move. Benji can't salvage now either, and Wood is looking a little uncomfortable out there in the open. And snuffed out instantly.
Meteor is just ice cold in this situation. Reads onto Boo and then takes the timing out of the mid smoke. Pops one, ready for the re-swing to use his ult and kill someone with a shorty, as seems to always be the case.
Trying to get ahead of the drift inside the cyber cage. It's straight through onto Benji. Street. Still Kent at the back of the site is Buzz, ready to take contact as Izu knows there's already Heretics players on their doorstep, and Wood doesn't even ring the bloody bell. He's here to throw down. Stack's paranoid, has to take a beat. DH also with a smoke in his way. Heretics haven't been able to plant, they don't have the space yet, but they ping Stacks out, and they take him out of the game. Now Meteor and DH at the TP forward has been pinged out. Wood, though, fully aware of this. Now they can make use of that info! And Wood for three, still in this now. 2v1, but Boo's position is going to be revealed.
And Meteor gets the info off that neural theft. 70 HP, doesn't have a cage, and he's just spammed down! It's intuition from Boo!
Win for Heretics. Match point now comes up, but it was costly for them, Wyatt. They spent heavily. They only take 2 guns out of this round.
An insane play from Izu. Takes that shot in the cage, but he was just too scared to go for an aggro play out of the dimensional drift with sub 10 HP.
Recon on the site, avoided by all of T1. Still, there is DH from that same spot. Good catch. Gonna play for retake.
2 T1.
Minibu wants a timing here. Gonna try and go after the Sova. Rien's at the back of the site, pinged out by the Recon now. It's about to get messy. Rien's backside, found 2 already, and Minibu wants to push up towards that spawn side. DH in trouble behind the smoke. Stacks gets himself a better rifle. Manages to take care of the Recon as well. Around the corner he goes, but Minibu gets the better of him. And Youngster, up from Academy. DH has it all on his shoulders now. On the other side of the box is Rien's. Gives him a tap, lets him know he's taking account of his presence. And there's just not enough time here for DH. Minibu here can get to the spike, shows up, but DH finds 4. But they say, all it takes to start a revolution is the whispers of heresy. Los Niños have advanced to playoffs at Champions 25.